Tonight, prepare to power down. New laws set to roll out in Queensland banning children from riding e-scooters and e-bikes. The threat of big fines now loom. The daily commute to class about to get turned on its head for thousands of young Queenslanders. New changes announced to get more diesel flowing across the country as Brisbane tradies are forced to pass on skyrocketing fuel costs to customers. Iran accuses Donald Trump of spreading fake news as the president issues a new deadline. A pinched pooch reunited with its owners after a stolen car drama in North Queensland. And the Broncos thrown into chaos as the coaches declare war at Red Hill.
This is 10 News Queensland with Sharyn Ghidella.
Good evening. Under 16s will be banned from riding e-mobility devices across Queensland by the middle of the year. The state government today announcing it will implement all recommendations from a parliamentary inquiry, which recommended parents be responsible for riders doing the wrong thing.
Hitting the brakes on a common sight at the school gate.
Because I like e-bikes and stuff.
The state government today announcing it will table sweeping new e-mobility laws this week in a bid to put an end to dangerous and illegal devices on Queensland roads.
There's things called Surons, they go 80 to 85.
E-mobility device riders will need to be 16 years of age.
The Transport Minister committing to enacting all recommendations from a parliamentary inquiry into e-scooter and e-bike safety.
Too many users were riding them in an unsafe and uncontrolled way.
The changes will also create penalties for parents of under 16s, making them liable for any illegal riding by their children. Learner licences will be a requirement for riding. Fines will now apply to 16 and 17-year-olds caught riding without a licence or on an illegal device. All devices will need to be speed limited to 25 kilometres an hour, with new speed limits on footpaths of 10 kilometres per hour. Penalties will also be extended to rideshare providers.
Should I be in their shoes, I would be ensuring that their age verification was put in place.
The changes follow several high-profile crashes which claimed the lives of young Queenslanders.
Last year, more than 2,000 Queenslanders ended up in emergency departments after riding e-mobility devices, and that's up 45% over 2 years.
The state opposition hasn't committed to backing the changes yet.
We could have had this legislation in front of us in June, July, August last year. We could have been examining the legislation because the devil is in the detail.
Detail which will be made clear when the laws are tabled and when police begin enforcing them from July 1.
For more, Lawrence Jeffco joins us live from State Parliament. And Lawrence, you've just learned how much these fines will be.
Sharyn, we have, and there's penalties for large swaths of different groups. For example, if you're a parent of a person who is caught riding an e-mobility device and they're under the age of 16, you could be facing a fine minimum of $500, maximum of just over $5,000. If you're riding a non-compliant device, whether you be an adult or a child, you could face a minimum fine of $600, a maximum fine of just over $6,500. As you heard there before, shared device operators will also be facing possible penalties here. Those are operators like Lime or Neuron, for example. They could face a minimum penalty of just over $2,300, and there would be other offences as well if multiple offences are to occur. For a third offence, for example, an operator could face just over $70,000 in fines. Sharyn, importantly, there will be no demerit points under this system, similar to how bicycles work in the state currently. There'll be more details on these laws when they're tabled before Parliament tomorrow.
All right, Lawrence, thank you for that. There is a city in the southeast one step ahead of the state's e-bike crackdown. Live now to Tiani Reid in Miami. And Tiani, electric devices were already banned in parts of the Gold Coast.
That's right, Sharyn. Over the past few weeks, Council has been running a trial here in Pizzey Park in Miami and also at the Runaway Bay Sports Precinct, effectively banning e-bikes and e-scooters. These two areas are well known as a meeting spot for groups of riders, some of them terrorising local roads, doing wheelies, driving on tram tracks and swerving between cars. The trial ban will run here until the end of the month before a report is handed to Council and passed on to police. Today, the Gold Coast Mayor congratulated the state government on the new tougher laws for devices, but Tom Tate says he would have preferred if action could have been quicker.
No point buying high-power e-bikes for your kids. One, it's dangerous. Secondly, the parent's going to be in hot water themselves.
Today, new laws were also introduced to New South Wales Parliament, giving police the powers to seize and crush any devices that perform like a motorbike. That means different rules apply on both sides of the border. Sharyn.
All right, Tiani, thank you for that. Tiani Reid there on the Gold Coast. 4 motorbike riders travelling together on the Gold Coast have all lost their licences in one hit. The foursome were allegedly caught travelling 66 kilometres over the speed limit on Tamborine Mountain Road. Each of the 4 was fined almost $2,000 for far exceeding the 80 km/h limit. One was also charged after police discovered he'd never held a motorbike licence. The government has just announced changes to the national diesel standard to allow more fuel to flow across the country. But there's no relief in sight for prices. 10 News today learning of fuel surcharges being passed on to customers as small businesses battle the rising cost of filling up tanks.
When trucks stop moving, the economy could crumble, and the rising prices at the petrol pump have already stopped some wheels from turning.
We already know of 4 other companies that have closed the doors and parked up because it's just not viable for them at the moment.
SVO Transport and Towing north of Brisbane has started to park up its trucks and impose a new fuel levy for customers just to get by.
So we run our first week of business when this all kicked in with no surcharge. And we went about $4,500 backwards, so we had to put a surcharge on.
It's not just truckies forced to pass on the cost. The Curtis Island ferry service in Gladstone has added a temporary fuel surcharge for passengers. But this afternoon, the government announced a temporary reduction to diesel standards in a bid to ease pressure at the pump.
This flashpoint decision, which will see additional diesel supply into Australia.
As more and more people struggle to fill the tank.
Yeah, I paid about $60 or so, and yeah, what would normally get a full tank would only got about half. Adding fuel to the flames of outraged motorists. A Shell service station in Stafford has admitted to a price discrepancy last night, charging 10 cents more per litre than what was shown outside. The issue has since been fixed, but nearby in Enoggera, those exorbitant prices were not a mistake. Today, diesel at the Caltex was just under $3.18 a litre. That hip pocket pain only expected to get worse.
I filled up our petrol for our mower. It's $22 for a little can. That's ridiculous.
Christina Pooljak, 10 News.
And while there's pain at the pump, the price of plumbing is also set to get more expensive, with the effects of the conflict being felt on the manufacturing of plastic pipes. Bathroom giant Reece has told customers its suppliers will be increasing prices by more than a third from mid-April. The war has resulted in a shortage of materials needed to make the pipes, with the cost increase to be felt at all companies selling bathroom products. Iran has forcefully rejected claims from Donald Trump the country wants to make a deal to end the war. The US president has backed down on his threat to bomb the country's power plants, ordering the military to delay strikes.
Conflicting claims of progress towards peace as the bombs keep falling. Another twist in this war, Donald Trump detouring to Elvis Presley's Graceland mansion today.
That came out pretty good.
Attempting to shift focus as he backed down on his self-imposed deadline, postponing planned strikes on Iran's power plants for 5 days.
And if it goes well, we're going to end up with settling this. Otherwise, we'll just keep bombing our little hearts out.
He claims American officials have held high-level talks with a top Iranian leader, but not the new Ayatollah. The US president describing the conversations as productive.
They want peace. They've agreed they will not have a nuclear weapon.
Iran says that is a lie. State media describing Trump's statements as false.
Well, they're going to have to get themselves better public relations people. We have had very, very strong talks.
The country's parliamentary speaker lashing out. No negotiations have been held with the US. Fake news is used to manipulate the financial and oil markets. Exchanges across the world rallied today, the ASX rebounding after yesterday's drop to a 10-month low.
President Trump is extremely sensitive to the markets. This announcement seems to have calmed the markets a bit, but it's also bought him some time.
Iran is still weaponising the Strait of Hormuz, but the US president believes the key shipping route will fully open very soon. As for who will control it...
Maybe me. Maybe me. Me and the Ayatollah, whoever the Ayatollah is.
The sprawling conflict continues to spread, with the death toll climbing towards 3,000 and more military power moving in. The US sending additional sailors to the region, while potential ground troops have been ordered to prepare to deploy. John Paul Gonzo, 10 News.
There are growing concerns tonight a dire shortage of air traffic controllers may have contributed to a devastating crash between an Air Canada jet and a fire truck at a New York airport. New video has emerged of the terrifying collision that killed both pilots, and we warn it is confronting.
Still travelling at more than 160 kilometres an hour after landing, the Air Canada Express jet had no chance of stopping when a fire truck crossed into its path.
It felt like we hit a wall. I mean, it was a sharp bang. That's why everybody was so bruised up.
So violent, it threw flight attendant Solange Tremblay from the wreck and onto the tarmac, found alive, still strapped in her seat. With both pilots killed and dozens of passengers and crew injured, they started helping each other escape.
Over 43 people to the hospital during the evening, though many have been released at this time.
It was a routine movement.
Truck 1 and company with Guardia Tower requesting to cross.
But granted permission set in motion an impending disaster.
Stop, truck 1, stop.
Neither vehicle could. Investigators are now examining black box data recovered from the crash site. Every second of information will be scrutinised.
2 young pilots left their homes expecting to return to their families, and they will not.
It's been a torrid couple of years for the American aviation industry, with multiple fatal crashes, a significant uptick in near-miss incidents, and critical staffing shortages in safety roles, most notably air traffic controllers.
LaGuardia is a very well-staffed airport. We're a couple controllers short in total.
One left to take apparent responsibility for one decision in that chair.
That wasn't good to watch.
Yeah, I know I was here. I tried to reach out to my staff, and we were dealing with an emergency earlier, and I messed up.
No, man, you did the best you could.
In the United States, Catherine Firkin, 10 News.
Australia and the European Union have finally put pen to paper, signing a historic free trade agreement after 8 years of negotiations spanning 3 prime ministers. The agreement will pump $10 billion into our economy every year and promises to bring down the price of European goods here at home. But farmers have slammed the deal, calling it a farce.
Pop the Prosecco.
Time to celebrate.
King Valley winemaker Brown Brothers is delighted the name can stay.
Prosecco in Australia will stay Prosecco, and the consumers out there will know what they're picking up when they see Prosecco on the shelf.
Australia is now the only country outside of Italy allowed to use the label indefinitely, but only on bottles here, with a ban on selling Australian Prosecco overseas to be phased out over 10 years.
We're disappointed to see access to markets removed for Prosecco exporters, but ultimately these things are made in the national interest.
95% of all Australian Prosecco made in Australia is drunk here. So we need to celebrate that as a win.
It's the result of a long-awaited free trade agreement with the European Union, today sealed after 8 years of negotiations.
This agreement is worth $10 billion to the Australian economy on an annual basis.
It has been hard yakka, but we finally got there.
The biggest sticking point was over how much tariff-free red meat Australia could sell to the European market. The deal guarantees 35,000 tonnes of beef and 30,000 tonnes of lamb and mutton.
This deal must go down as the worst trade deal ever.
4,000
$35,000. That is the difference.
But still well below what farmers had been hoping for, arguing New Zealand and Canada cut a better deal.
It really is hard to stomach.
We would have said to them, well, just leave us out for the moment until we can negotiate something bigger that's better for our generations going forward.
We shouldn't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. We think this is the best deal that we're going to get.
In return, Aussies should see cheaper French champagne, Belgian chocolates, Italian pasta and luxury electric vehicles.
The leaders are upfront about it. This announcement is pushing back on President Donald Trump's tariffs.
Great powers are using tariffs as a leverage and supply chains as vulnerabilities to be exploited.
We stand for free and fair trade.
Chloe Boris, 10 News.
The Broncos have held crisis talks after one of the club's coaches quit today. Brendan Smith, how did all this unfold?
Well, Sharyn, it all stems from a heated discussion between head coach Michael Maguire and his defensive coach Ben Teo at a dinner before their NRL clash against the Storm. That conversation was so strong, Teo tendered his resignation. It comes in the wake of the club's most decorated player, Payne Haas, also announcing he'll depart at season's end in the wake of questions surrounding his relationship with Coach Maguire. CEO David Donaghy today forced to call a snap press conference in Melbourne. We'll bring you all of what he had to say and what his players had to say later in sport.
All right, Brendan, thank you for that. Still to come on 10 News Queensland, keen on a career under the sea. We've got details on a plan to pay 3,000 students to support our new nuclear-powered submarines. Oscar's wild ride, a stolen border collie in Cairns, is reunited with his owners. Myer expands its brand portfolio, adding US denim giant Gap and Topshop to its clothing range.
And an east coast low in the southern Coral Sea may not be a tropical cyclone, but it has the strength of a Category 2. It's sending some impressive waves our way. I'll have pictures in your weather after the break.
The big head honchos are dangerous.
You don't want to miss
Treat them like venomous snakes. Take down a big player.
this epic move.
I'm the snake charmer around here.
Survivor tonight on 10.
For top quality meals, you need premium cookware. You can get premium cookware for free by shopping at Woolies. Just scan your Everyday Rewards card and you'll earn 1 credit for every $20 you spend. Shop to upgrade yours for free.
Come on, darling, up you hop. There's a glass and a half in everyone. Cadbury Hollow Easter eggs, in store now.
How far would you go to keep your home smelling fresh? Try Airwick 24/7 fragrance, aerosol-free automatic spray infused with 2 times more essential oil for up to 70 days of freshness. Now that's a breath of fresh Airwick.
Quitting smoking is hard, but every time you choose not to smoke, you improve your health. Download the new My Quit Buddy app and get support when you need it. Choose your heart.
Yeah, to me.
Find tools and support to quit. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
Oh, far out. Don't worry, she's with RACQ.
RACQ Comprehensive Car Insurance. Cover for storm, flood, fire and hail.
You with RACQ?
Hungry Jack's is bringing home the bacon. The OG Baconator. Flame-grilled Aussie beef. Sizzling bacon. On bacon. On bacon. On more bacon. The Baconator range. The burgers are better at Hungry Jack's.
Can a can of Glen 20 sort out the snotty lounge?
Can do.
Soccer stink?
Can do.
What about?
Of course it can. You can eliminate more germs and odours with Glen 20 every day. It's the Can Do Can.
Bob Jane T-Mart's Epic Drive Sale now on, with thousands of tyres and wheels discounted. Want a free tyre? Buy 3, get 1 free on selected tyres. Plus, up to $200 instant cashback on selected tyres.
There are wedding bells on the hot seat.
$1 million? What will you do with that?
I will go to the wedding, I reckon.
Gladys, any words of advice? Just get it right.
Just get it right.
Which country's capital is the only one to begin with the letter Q?
Good evening, Brittany Gorrell here in the Australian-made traffic centre, and delays have eased up on the Logan motorway westbound through Parkinson after an earlier multi-vehicle crash, but there's still around a 15-minute delay eastbound from Forest Lake to Larapinta. Peak hour delays on the Gateway motorway northbound from Boondall to the Pine Rivers Bridge, but a clear run up the Bruce towards the sunny coast after that. The Western Freeways at a crawl outbound through Indooroopilly to Fig Tree Pocket. That's around a 15-minute delay on the Riverside Expressway around the city, and Coronation Drive is slowing up outbound through Milton. When you buy Australian-made, you're backing local businesses, jobs and our economy. Look for the green and gold kangaroo and know it's made right here. I'll be back again soon with another update for you.
Nearly $16 million in scholarships will be offered to thousands of Australian students to bolster Australia's nuclear submarine industry workforce. The federal government's Propel program is offering $5,000 scholarships to those studying degrees in mechanical, electrical, software, maritime and nuclear engineering. The initiative aims to encourage more Australians to study in fields related to nuclear submarines as AUKUS steams ahead. More than 800 scholarships have already been handed out as part of the program's inaugural cohort. A boom in loyalty members and new mid-priced fashion brands has helped department store giant Myer post a profit in half-yearly results. One industry expert suggests even in a tough retail market, Myer's addition of well-known but affordable labels has helped it attract younger shoppers.
Myer has been a part of Australia's retail fabric for more than 125 years. And despite predictions online retail would destroy department store shopping, Myer has found a way to keep bricks and mortar viable.
Myer store.
In its half-yearly report, Myer's profits rose. The publicly listed company posted a before-tax profit of $112.8 million, up 10.5%.
Shows that the Myer business really has two businesses now, the Myer store that we're all accustomed to walking into, and then a group of retail brands.
Brands such as Portman's, Just Jeans, Dotty, Jackie E and JJ's now under Myer's ownership following a 2024 deal with Australian billionaire Solomon Lew.
I think it's an interesting move, picking up some extra apparel brands, particularly in that mid-tier fashion sector.
Lamier, Topshop and Gap also recently joined the Myer family.
They may bring in some more brands into their portfolio within their stores, so this avoids having to find retail space.
The boom in profits also follows an overhaul of the Myer One loyalty program, boosting membership by 400,000, taking the total number to 5.1 million. Myer Executive Chair Olivia Worth said the first half 2026 result reflects momentum across the business as it continues to implement the Myer Group growth strategy.
Clearly, we've got several 100,000 new members, and they've been picked up by those extra apparel brands.
And for the first time in more than a year, Myer has reinstated an interim dividend and will pay out 1.5 cents per share. But Australia's largest department store will need to adapt to maintain its membership boom.
Bringing in a newer, younger consumer from those apparel brands will sort of increase their numbers.
Jack Perry, 10 News.
Time for a check of our weather now with Liz Cantor. And Liz, showers have been more frequent throughout the southeast today.
Yes, Sharyn, we saw a stream of showers over coastal areas this morning. Tonight, I'm at Pizzey Park on the Gold Coast, and it's dry enough for people to be out and about. The same system that's been driving in these showers is also pushing in strong winds and swell, with a hazardous surf warning and marine wind warning both in place. It hasn't been a great day to be a boatie, but it has been a fantastic day to be a surfer, with overhead rides rolling through the point breaks, which offers shelter from the southerly wind. An east coast low will continue to push a groundswell our way over the coming days. It should peak in height tomorrow, so surfers may be calling in sick. Showers streamed across the coastline this morning, showing just how much moisture is still in the air. They didn't get very far inland, the western suburbs of Brisbane under 1 millimetre, but there was over 20 recorded on both Stradbroke and Moreton Islands. Right now, the tropical low is positioned in the southern Coral Sea. This is pinching with a high pressure system in the Tasman to send damaging winds towards the east coast. Both Lord Howe Island and Norfolk Island exposed. Meanwhile, Narelle has made landfall for a third time climate is now menacing the west coast. Back home, heat will build in Queensland ahead of a cold front, which brushes through the southeast over the weekend. And we're looking at a run of dry weather just where we need it over central areas of Queensland for the next few days at least. Across the state, it's warming up again. It was hottest in the southwest. Birdsville 36.5 degrees. It was coolest around Kingaroy and Gympie, with tops of 27 and 28 there, 24 to 31 in Cairns, Brisbane 20 to 29. It was a milder night in the southeast, with inland areas dropping to 16 and 17, but it wasn't long before the mercury climbed back up to 31 in Ipswich. Toowoomba was also slightly warmer today. Sharyn, I would never call in sick from work, but you might have noticed my hair's in a slick bun tonight. Might have been out doing some research in the waves today. I'll be back later in the bulletin with more on the weather to come.
Research is very important. I hope you made the most of it. All right, thank you, Liz. Up next, taking e-bikes off kids. Hear from the young riders who'll soon have their high-powered devices outlawed. Will they follow the rules or risk it and ride anyway? And the push to bin those annoying paper arrival cards at our airports ahead of the 2032 Games.
Give it up for Jimmy Bar! Nuggy Bear!
Oh my God! From millions of followers
So who's ready for some dim sim?
to Michelin stars,
Thank you very much.
the superstars of MasterChef
You're joking. And he cooks.
will bring it.
He's the Gordon Ramsay of TikTok.
Oh, got goosebumps. This is something special. Such a dream come true.
MasterChef, coming in April to 10. You mastered your mind. And all the while, you were on the train home. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen.
Come on, darling, up you up. There's a glass and a half in everyone. Cadbury Hollow Easter eggs in store now.
Mealtimes aren't always smooth, but with the new Ninja Stealth IQ, they can be. With smarter one-touch blend sense technology, an ultra-powerful and quieter brushless direct current motor, and a new stealth shield, so you can hear important kitchen conversations.
Don't go off.
The Ninja Stealth IQ, a new standard of smooth.
Whatever you're doing more for less.
Practice Solutions 5-compartment cutlery tray, only $7.98. All set 50-litre storage container, just $6.94.
You can get cracking on that Easter project. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
Forget the fad flavours.
What's wrong with me?
And get the fabulously fresh, baked today hot cross buns this Easter at Baker's Delight.
Sore throat? Trust Strepsils for soothing relief that's scientifically formulated. With dual action, Strepsils soothes a sore throat and helps fight bacteria. Or try Strepsils Extra for triple action to numb pain fast, help fight bacteria, and soothe the throat. Strepsils. Own every moment.
I don't know what the hell this is, but I do know it can't use a phone. Another big telco spends millions to build towers out here and charges customers for it. Vodafone doesn't because clearly nothing's out here except for massive chickens. Ah! Instead, Vodafone doubled their network, which now covers where 98% of you actually live. Genius.
New Mitsubishi Outlander. It's a bit rock and roll.
Suncorp Haven can help us all prepare for storm season, even Glenn's place in Brizzy. Learn about your home's weather risks and the actions you can take to help prepare it.
Better get these beauties upstairs.
It's free for everyone. Search Suncorp Haven.
It's World Cup lock-in time for the Combank Socceroos. Don't miss them take on Cameroon live Friday on 10 and Paramount Plus.
Ahead of the new e-device laws set to pass through Parliament this week, some young people across Queensland are frustrated their favourite toys are about to be ripped away. It'll change the way thousands travel around their neighbourhoods and to school.
A new kind of school bell, as police pull kids over on their way to class without a helmet.
Why is she riding without a helmet?
This morning in Logan, officers on patrol, soon to be the new normal.
This isn't a game, it's not a joke. You are legally not allowed to ride that device if you're between the ages of 12 and 16 without adult supervision.
As thousands of young school students on motorised devices will be a thing of the past.
Just let kids have fun.
From July 1, kids under 16 won't be able to jump on these anymore. If you're under 16, you'll need to have a learner's licence.
There should be some reasonable approach to it, you know?
Some students are calling the planned new laws unfair.
It depends if you know how to ride or not.
If you know how to ride. And you have the proper gear, like a full face, neck brace, gloves, proper knuckle gloves, yeah, you know.
And blaming others for the government crackdown.
Well, some people are riding without lights at all, or anything, no helmets, and then they ruin it for other people that are trying to ride safe.
Yeah, and they're doing stupid stuff like wheelies and everything like that.
Others acknowledging the devices can be deadly.
It's fair enough. All the deaths have been going around and everything, so it's pretty tragic. So I think it's pretty reasonable excuse, you know.
Some parents are frustrated.
I reckon e-bikes are great for the kids to get to school when the parents can't drop them off.
With so many families already having adopted the habit.
A blanket ban would be a little bit tricky. I'm not sure how they would ever monitor that in the scheme of things, because I do see a lot of kids out there that are definitely younger than 16 riding them.
It's silly because kids need to get to school, and I think it's already too popular, especially in places like Gold Coast.
Before the announcement, Palm Beach Currumbin State High were taking matters into its own hands, awarding registration with the support of police to children who proved they could ride safely. The new laws will also impact those who sell the devices. We spoke with several retailers today who say while it will impact sales, it won't put them out of operation. There still remains a big demand for e-bikes and e-scooters across Queensland, particularly in the shadow of rising fuel costs.
They become probably the biggest selling category that we have in our range.
They don't sell the high-powered models the government plans to make illegal.
We're offended by the fact that they're called e-bikes. They're motorbikes which are posing as electric bikes.
Christina Pooljak, 10 News.
Now to the day's other top stories. Iran has forcefully rejected claims from Donald Trump. The country wants to make a deal to end the war. The US president has backed down on his threat to bomb the country's power plants, ordering the military to delay strikes. Myer is expanding its brand portfolio, adding US denim giant Gap and Topshop to its clothing range. The company has achieved recent success with its loyalty card program. And a group of 4 motorbike riders have all lost their licences after being caught speeding at almost 70 kilometres an hour over the limit on the Gold Coast. Major airport operators are calling for a digital revolution at the border. They want to see the arrivals system modernised before the 2032 Brisbane Olympics, largely centred around the removal of paper incoming passenger cards. Industry groups and airports say it can be achieved without an increase in the passenger movement charge. Instead, they're calling on the federal government to prioritise the $70 already collected from each person arriving, which could amount to as much as $380 million by 2030. Up next, determined to find home, 7 stolen dogs embark on a 17-kilometre journey back to their owners after escaping their captors in China. And he almost died on a footy field. Now, thanks to the life-saving gift of a new heart, Reece Houle is on a mission to represent Australia.
Just when you think the deal is done,
there's one more chance.
Would you like to spin the wheel?
Yes!
Spin that wheel! Let's go! The jackpot's coming around! There's a lot of money!
The deal wheel's here, 6:30 weeknights.
Turn your Tuesday into Tuesday with Domino's Tuesday deals. Like large value pizzas from just $6.
Woo! Tuesday, baby!
$6 pizzas every Tuesday at Domino's.
Tough stains? No problem for Vanish Gold Pro Turbo.
These will take ages to come out.
It'll only take 30 minutes. Just one scoop of Vanish Gold Pro Turbo contains a unique accelerator system that turbocharges stain removal.
Trust Vanish, forget stains. Discover the world the Viking way. Small ships with no kids and no casinos.
Hurry, Explorer sale must end 31 March. Your companion flies free, upgrade to business class or sail for less. See your Viking travel advisor or book now at viking.com.
That's all good to go. Give me 1 second.
Serve customers here, there and everywhere. Rain, hail or shine.
How good's Easter?
How good's that? Big W.
Mitsubishi's 10-year warranty with 10 years cap price servicing now includes 10 years roadside assistance.
Get out!
Drive away Trident GLXR from just $51,340 for ABN holders. Hurry into Mitsubishi today.
Australian natural gas is used for more than just cooking and heating. It's also used for manufacturing and for generating reliable backup electricity when demand is high and conditions don't suit renewables. That's why Australia runs on natural gas. Authorised by S. McCulloch, Australian Energy Producers Limited, Canberra.
Why shop at a steel dealer?
100 years of leading tool innovation. We take the time to understand what our customers need.
And go the extra mile to do it right in the first place. Buy well. That's steel for life.
Crafted with precision. An experience to be admired. Or better yet, enjoyed. At Nick Scali, we make affordable design for everyone.
I can't believe I'm never going to see you again.
I can't believe IGA has handy Ultra Paper Towels double length for just $5.25.
Can't believable prices. Now at your local IGA.
Forgot this?
Love you, Dad.
There's a glass and a half in everyone.
The big head honchos are dangerous.
You don't want to miss
Treat them like venomous snakes.
this epic move.
Take down a big player.
Hi there, Brittany Gorrell back again in the Australian-made traffic centre. And peak hour conditions around the city for the Riverside Expressway and Coronation Drive through Milton causing delays. The Centenary Highway is easing inbound from Sumner to Jindalee, but still slow outbound through Indooroopilly on the Western Freeway. Gympie Road remains slow northbound through Bald Hills. There's around a 10-minute delay. The Ipswich Motorway underspeed westbound through Gales towards Goodna and easing up now on the Bruce Highway, M1 and Logan Motorway. When you buy Australian-made, you're backing local businesses, jobs and our economy. Look for the green and gold kangaroo and know it's made right here. Drive safe on the roads and I'll catch you again tomorrow with another traffic update.
A border collie has been returned to its owners after being stolen by a car thief in Cairns. Oscar was inside his owner's Audi, sitting on the back seat when it was taken from Mount Sheridan. The car thief was caught when police spiked the vehicle's tyres. Oscar was uninjured. The accused offender will remain in custody until his next court appearance in May. Well, we know corgis have been held in royal regard, but at least one is now being celebrated for leading a jailbreak in China. This group of dogs was caught on camera, led by the corgi, which appeared to be checking behind as the apparent strays wandered together. After 230 million people viewed social media posts, it was revealed the dogs all came from the same village and had been stolen by thieves allegedly working for a butcher. Having escaped a truck, all seven made the 17-kilometre journey home in a couple of days and are now safely back with their owners. At just 25, Reese Houle was a healthy and active young man until the day everything changed. He was fighting for life in intensive care for months, in desperate need of a heart transplant. Brendan Smith has the story.
Reece Houle is lucky to be alive. In 2022, he collapsed on the footy field. The 25-year-old was in cardiac arrest.
I remember waking up in the ICU department at the PA hospital, and that was the next day. And
nurses broke the news he was in heart failure. After weeks in hospital, he returned home, but his condition worsened. Reece was in desperate need of a heart transplant.
It was probably one of my toughest moments, taking that on and sort of really realising what life might be like afterwards and all the uncertainty about what my health was going to look like.
The world drops out from under you in that moment, and it was terrifying.
He had an agonising wait on the transplant list.
He had a pretty catastrophic bleed towards the end of his stay in ICU, and it was the morning after that they urgently listed him again because we were running out of time.
The medical heroes at the Prince Charles Hospital saved his life. Reece became the 500th person to receive a heart transplant. And what was that moment like when you realised everything was going to be okay?
Every day we are grateful for that he can still live his life, that we've still got him. Our lives, could have looked very different.
He spent 80 days in the ICU, a total of 4 months in hospital. With intensive rehabilitation, he had to learn basic life skills once again: walking, eating.
He couldn't even stand without 3 people holding on to him. When you walk him 3 metres, it might be the equivalent of someone else doing a marathon.
Reece is back to doing what he loves. With plenty of sport on the agenda, he hopes to compete in the Australian Transplant Games at the end of the year.
I'm feeling better every day and really putting in the work to try and keep getting better and make the most of the second chance that I've been given.
Reece's true gift of life story, just one of many remarkable tales to emerge so far from the Prince Charles Hospital Foundation's 40th year of life-changing service. Brendan Smith, 10 News.
What an incredible recovery. Well, sport time now, Josh. It's been a busy old day at Red Hill.
And Sharyn, not only is the Broncos' defensive coach gone, their best player is also ruled out for the Battle of Brisbane as the club was again forced to defend its culture. Hear what the CEO and the players had to say next. And Lion Dane Zorko gives his teammates a rev up in a sign that things are getting serious at Springfield.
World Cup lock-in time for the Combank Socceroos.
They've done it!
Don't miss them take on Cameroon here in Australia.
Unbelievable!
Live Friday on 10 and Paramount Plus.
For top quality meals, you need premium cookware. You can get premium cookware for free by shopping at Woolies. Just scan your Everyday Rewards card and you'll earn 1 credit for every $20 you spend. Shop to upgrade yours for free.
I'm Nat from O'Brien.
These cracks all started as chips.
Happens a lot.
We replace thousands of windscreens.
But a chip repair is faster, cheaper and greener.
And with car insurance, your repair is usually free.
Book today.
O'Brien.
Grandpa!
Make Easter sparkle with the Lindt Gold Bunny.
With Exceed Capital, your money is fetching 8 to 9% per annum, plus capital growth. The collective property fund brings you the best of the best, a diversified portfolio. Exceed Capital.
Next level dog people give their dogs next level protection with NexGuard Spectra. It's the most complete protection against fleas, ticks, mites, worms, and even heartworm, all in one tasty monthly chew. Next level protection with NexGuard Spectra.
Heartburn and indigestion can be unpredictable, whether it's chest burning, throat burning, or stomach discomfort. Gaviscon Dual Action starts to work from just 4 minutes and forms a barrier. For fast, long-lasting and soothing relief, use Gaviscon.
Frustrated,
exercise,
embarrassment,
willpower, criticism. What's weighing you down?
Obesity is a chronic disease.
And like any disease, it requires ongoing care and support.
Start the weight conversation with your doctor today.
I'm calling for some love, for some cabbage, some care, some thinking of. Give us cabbage. Come on and get in the habit. What calls for cabbage?
In a bit of a mess? McLean has 3 times multi-action power to clean, disinfect and freshen. It's not clean unless it's McLean.
You love barbecue sauce. You win Oz Lotto. You still love barbecue sauce. Oz Lotto, kinda life-changing.
She's from the real world. Is she the royal that holds all the power?
If she's not the heartbeat of the family, I don't know who is.
Wednesday on 10.
Up next at 6, we track down the security guard who's gone viral over his take-no-prisoners approach to troublemakers.
And Feta, Parmesan and Romano. What free trade with Europe means for Aussie cheese. 10 News Plus is next.
Welcome back. The Broncos are in damage control with defensive coach Ben Teo today submitting his resignation. It follows a heated altercation with head coach Michael Maguire, and it wasn't the only bad news for the club.
Back in the headlines over another off-field feud.
Look, Ben's tendered his resignation, which we're working through now.
CEO Dave Donaghy left to do the talking after tensions boiled over between Michael Maguire and assistant coach Ben Teo during a dinner over team tactics. The verbal blow-up happening in the lead-up to the Broncos' win over the Storm on Friday evening.
Constantly having those robust conversations. I think you're challenging yourself and you're pushing yourself to to be better and performing.
The conversation seemingly so robust, Teo pulled the pin.
Imagine Ben go a long way back. I'm sure each are feeling how they feel, and there's I'm sure their own emotions and experiences around that. But they've had some wonderful times together as well.
But those wonderful times were clearly overshadowed at the Last Supper. Crisis talks at Red Hill overnight, failing.
Sometimes these happen in life, and sometimes these things happen in sport and rugby league. The alignment that we've got between Madge and myself, the chairman.
Players today praising Teo.
Ben, he's a fantastic coach. He's our defence coach, and we try to pride ourselves on our defence as well as a team. So Benny's an exceptional coach, and like I said, I haven't really got a comment because I don't know too much about the situation.
He's done really well for me. Just learning off him. He was a great player and a great coach as well. We won a grand final with him. So
the news comes as the Bronx are dealt another blow. Payne Haas ruled out for this Friday's Battle of Brisbane against the Dolphins. The prop in cotton wool over an AC joint injury.
Yeah, huge loss. Everyone knows the calibre player that Payne is and what he brings to the team, but we got other boys that can, fill into his role. And
he's quite hard to replace, Payne. So there's going to be a big role for myself and Xavier and the rest of our middle forward.
Meanwhile, skipper Adam Reynolds will make his return from a rib injury. Brendan Smith, 10 News.
It's been the Lions' worst start to an AFL season since 2018, and it seems Dane Zorko's not willing to let it continue. Cameras today capturing the fired-up former captain, giving his teammates a dressing down at training. After spending the bye week confronting areas that need fixing, Will Ashcroft denies the club is concerned about their form struggles.
You don't want to be in this position, but it's not panic stations as of yet. I wouldn't have thought it was a good opportunity to reflect on, some things we can obviously improve on.
Ashcroft acknowledged the tension between the Lions and Saints stemming from their academy and father-son selections, but says the growing rivalry is good for the game. As the debate continues around country allegiances ahead of the World Cup, Socceroos midfielder Alex Robertson insists he's 100% green and gold. The 22-year-old is also eligible to play for Scotland, England and Peru. In fine touch for Cardiff City, he wants to use the upcoming friendlies to secure a spot in Tony Popovic's squad.
There was never really any thought to go anywhere else. It was always Australia. I couldn't really think to play for any other country than Australia.
While skipper Matt Ryan says what doesn't kill you makes you stronger after missing the birth of his first child to play for Spanish side Levante. The new addition adding some life perspective.
I think it really helps in sort of recognising that there's all of a sudden something more important in the world than sport or other aspects of your life, you know, and it kind of almost takes the edge off a little bit.
The Socceroos have their first hit out against Cameroon on Friday night. Australia has secured a series clean sweep against the West Indies with a 40-run DLS win in match 3. Georgia Vole helping set up the result with an impressive century from just 53 balls.
Well, what a special moment for the 22-year-old from Toowoomba, Queensland. Her first ever T20 international century.
A special occasion also for debutante quick Lucy Hamilton, snaring her first wicket. They used to be arch rivals, but now former two-time UFC middleweight champ Israel Adesanya has turned to former Aussie arch nemesis to help him reverse his fortunes. The 36-year-old refusing to put retirement on the agenda, with full focus on his bout with American Joe Pyfer on Sunday.
It's been over a year since the last style bender stepped into the octagon, following his costly call to fight on from an eye poke led to a brutal knockout loss.
I performed well in my last fight, but I just made a slight mistake in an adjustment, so I've corrected those mistakes. I just want to go in there and perform and show off. That way I can get what I want, which is a win.
The 4th-ranked Kiwi faces 14th-ranked Joe Pyfer on an upwards trajectory of his own.
This has been one of the best training camps yet, just because I didn't feel like I was worn out at any point.
One of the UFC's ugliest rivalries has been put to bed. Despite losing to him twice, Aussie Rob Whittaker joined Adesanya in Auckland to train.
Now, I have a quote here that he said around 10 years ago, I would have tried hitting him with my car if I could have. How do you go from rivals to friends?
Look, we're all just kindred spirits on the same journey. One of the greatest in this game, who's been at the heights of the heights. We understand each other, and we're both just nerds who just like to kick ass.
Look, age is always just a number. You are 36. You said before that you are feeling unstoppable. I guess how many more do you feel like you've got left?
It's good to know, but you can't really know because life happens, you know, so how many more do I have left? God knows.
Sunday's result will have little influence.
And I'll walk in there and take care of business.
Brooke East, 10 News.
And John Daly has taken a fall many times in his life, but this bunker shot almost proved his undoing on course. Thankfully, his golfing buddies were quick to react with the rescue mission. We think he's okay, but for having a laugh at his own expense, Long John Daly also slides away with our play of the day. Sharyn, he turns 60 in April. That's the last thing you need.
Yeah, I don't think so. That would have hurt. Plenty of hazards on a golf course, obviously.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Josh. Well, up next, Brisbane's own Bluey and Bingo are packing their bags and heading to Disneyland for real life.
And we may see a scattering of showers tomorrow, but it's heating up. We're looking forward to a couple of days back into the 30s. I'll have details after the break.
Just when you think the deal is done.
There's one more chance.
Would you like to spin the wheel? Yes! Spin that wheel! Let's go! The jackpot's coming around! There's a lot of money!
The deal wheel's here, 6:30 weeknights.
For top quality meals, you need premium cookware. You can get premium cookware for free by shopping at Woolies. Just scan your everyday rewards card and you'll earn 1 credit for every $20 you spend. Shop to upgrade yours for free.
Maybelline New York New Lifter Foundation for plump, glowy skin and 24 hours of hydration. With niacinamide and hyaluronic acid, it's foundation that acts like skincare. New Lifter Plump and Glow Foundation.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Mealtimes aren't always smooth, but with the new Ninja Stealth IQ, they can be. With smarter one-touch blend sense technology, an ultra-powerful and quieter brushless direct current motor, and a new stealth shield, so you can hear important kitchen conversations.
Don't go off.
The Ninja Stealth IQ, a new standard of smooth.
How was your promotion thing?
I don't know.
Well, I'm so proud of you, Dad. I got you something in the glove box. And before you ask, they didn't have fruit and nut.
There's a glass and a half in everyone.
Suncorp Haven can help us all prepare for storm season, even Glenn's place in Brizzy. Learn about your home's weather risks and the actions you can take to help prepare it.
Better get these beauties upstairs.
It's free for everyone. Search Suncorp Haven.
Can you believe I've saved nearly 50%?
And I save 40.
Love it.
Brands you love at prices you'll love even more. TK Maxx. Big brands, small prices.
Keiko's philosophy was go, go, go. But what she really needed was stop, stop, stop. You were made to take time off. We were made to save you time with easy-to-book packages. Expedia, made to travel.
Turn your Tuesday into Tuesday with Domino's Tuesday deals. Like large value pizzas from just $6.
Yeah! Tuesday, baby!
$6 pizzas every Tuesday at Domino's.
Amart's mid-season sale is on now. Save up to 50% off a huge range of furniture, including lounges, living, dining, bedroom furniture, outdoor mattresses and more. Loads more deals in-store and online, so hurry into Amart today.
Half protection is not enough. Using just an antivirus online is also not enough. Get better protection from online threats. Get NordVPN now.
Blockchain T-Mart's Epic Drive sale now on, with thousands of tyres and wheels discounted. Want a free tyre? Buy 3, get 1 free on selected tyres. Plus, up to $200 instant cashback on selected tyres.
There are wedding bells on the hot seat.
$1 million? What will you do with that?
I will go to the wedding, I reckon.
Gladys, any words of advice? Just get it right. Just get it right.
Which country's capital is the only one to begin with the letter Q?
The happiest place on earth just became a little bit happier thanks to everyone's favourite blue healer. Brisbane's own Bluey has made her grand debut at Disneyland in Anaheim with a new live fan experience. The interactive show, called Bluey's Best Day Ever, allows fans to dance and sing along to iconic songs from the TV series. Bluey, Bingo and other favourite characters feature, while visitors also have the chance to enjoy themed snacks, drinks and merchandise. And a warning to parents, children are expected to go barking mad. I'm sure they will. Well, time for a final check of the weather now. And Liz, that low sitting off the coast is driving strong winds our way.
Yeah, Sharyn, it's interesting. Narelle was our 10th tropical cyclone of the season. On average, we have around 12 to 14, but we have experienced 36 tropical lows this season, and tropical lows can be just as destructive. Luckily, this one is well offshore. It is still sending plenty of moisture our way, though, with showers over coastal fringes not quite making it inland. Moreton and Stradbroke Island saw over 20 millimetres today. The Gold and Sunshine Coast under 10. The Brisbane region was lucky to see even a millimetre in total. Have a look at the masses of clockwise clouds spinning in both the southern Coral Sea and off the west coast. Tropical cyclone Narelle is now menacing West Australia, expected to intensify back up to a category 2 or 3. A cold front is also expected to brush through southeast Queensland over the weekend, but prior to that, it's warming up and staying mostly settled. Tomorrow, showers about the peninsula and in eastern districts south of Cohen, tending scattered about the north tropical coast and southeast coastal fringes south of Bundaberg. Across the country, 32 and dry in Perth, showers and 27 in Adelaide. The chance of a thunderstorm for Melbourne, showers for Hobart and Canberra, and a sunny 28 in Sydney. Thunderstorms up north in Darwin. And in Queensland's north, showers from Weipa to Cairns. Some much needed dry weather for Townsville, and the sunshine is out in Mackay. Top at 35 for Longreach, 32 for Roma. Showers for Maryborough and Gympie. Dry for Kingaroy and Stanthorpe. In the southeast, a sprinkle of showers over coastal areas. Not much left in them. 20 to 30 for Brisbane. Also warming to 30 on the Gold Coast. 29 on the Sunshine Coast. It'll be 32 in Ipswich. In Toowoomba, expect a cooler night of 16 before a top of 28. On Moreton Bay, that strong wind warning should relax as southerlies ease back to 20 knots. Low tide just before 9 a.m. Looking ahead, some beautiful March weather to enjoy until at least Saturday in Brisbane now. And we will feel the last of that summer warmth. Enjoy it. 34 in Ipswich Friday. On the Gold Coast, 3 days straight in the 30s ahead. And on the Sunshine Coast, that heat peaks Friday before a cool change on Saturday. That's your Tuesday weather.
Track down Macca, the security man, the bike-hurling, punch-throwing guard who's gone viral for his take-no-prisoners approach at this suburban shopping centre.
Because the people, they know I'm a good man.
I don't believe he went too far at all.
So we actually think he's a hero.
Aussie cheese as we please. From mozzarella to feta, Hugh Riminton discovers what our free trade deal with Europe means for this family business. Even Prosecco is back on the wine list, but why do some farmers feel they've been left out in the paddock?
Peace talks or fake news? Donald Trump and Iran can't even agree on whether they've spoken. But who had a heads up on what the president was about to say? And did they use that knowledge to make millions?
And the good news